I've got two big reasons that I haven't seen anyone talk about as to why the AirPods Max may be worth the $550 price tag. Let's talk about it. So the big question on everyone's mind when looking at the AirPods Max is whether or not these things are worth $550. Just as a side note, for people who don't pay attention to headphones, $550 is still fairly mid-tier price. Did you know that there's headphones that cost upwards of $6,000? Anyway, there's plenty of audiophile reviews out there, my favorites of which I'll put in the description because I'm no audiophile. As an average listener, I can tell you that when I put these things on, I truly enjoyed the sound over my Bose QC35s that I've had forever and the really popular Sony XM4s. So what I can talk about is other aspects of this device to help you decide whether or not you're willing to shell out nearly $200 more than the competition. So I'm going to first quickly talk about my overall impressions of the device, but if you want to skip to the two big reasons, you can jump to the timestamp here. So let me first walk through a few initial points as to why I bought them based on other reviews. So working full-time remote, I wanted great over-ear earphones that could isolate the sound but also had great mic quality. I use them for long conference calls and listening to podcasts, so I have these things on for a lot of hours. I personally prefer them over in-ear for comfort and for health. The health reasons, it's just generally not a great idea to have something stuffed in your ear canal for long periods of time. Firstly, it's direct sound right into the ear canal with nothing to help stop any potential damage in case you're listening too loudly. 70 decibels is where we can safely listen to for long periods of time, and Apple has easy to set safety settings to help with that. Secondly, disgusting. Stuffing the earwax in the ear canal can cause blockages and damage. We've all seen how nasty AirPods can get. But I will say that AirPods do a much better job at sound isolation and does allow for us to listen at lower volume. So with that being said, over-ear has to compensate for the fact that it doesn't have that ability. They need active noise cancellation, and the AirPod Maxes have the best I've ever heard, as well as an amazing transparency mode. Also, just to add, the spatial audio is pretty trippy and pretty awesome. Excited to see what happens down the road with that. As for the sound quality, not an audiophile, but they're amazing. For Bluetooth headphones, meaning that they're $150 wired headphones that have much better all-around sound, and Bluetooth just may never get there just because based on how the technology works. If you're looking at Bluetooth, you understand that the quality is sacrificed for portability. In my opinion, they sound much better than the Bose and just a tad better than the Sonys. Also, the build quality on these headphones is nothing like I've ever felt before in consumer-grade headphones. I love the look, the feel, the incredible design of the headband with its canopy design surprisingly distributes the additional weight where I just don't notice a big difference between these and my Bose. I love the look, the stainless steel frame with the very satisfying telescoping arms and the anodized aluminum cups. Despite this abomination, its ugly carrying case. I have more confidence in the structure of these headphones over the traditional plastic headphones that we're used to seeing. And if you watch my videos, you know I beat the crap out of my stuff. So that's very important. Lastly, the ease of switching between multiple Apple devices is great and very intuitive. This is something that only Apple is able to do, and if you do have multiple Apple devices, it's an amazing feature. Now, as for the design of these headphones, this leads me to my two big points. Those points are longevity and health and cleanliness. Let's talk about the build quality of these headphones, and actually not just these headphones, but Apple products in general. I mean, I'm on my third MacBook since I switched over to PC in 2007, 14 years ago. And I was able to recently sell my 6-year-old MacBook Pro for $700 on eBay and my XS Max with a broken screen for $320. Why? Because these devices are in high demand, they hold their value because of the build quality. And I would have kept my 6-year-old MacBook Pro if I didn't need more power to edit these videos, and my XS Max if I didn't crack the screen. I will say that the replacing screen prices are crap. They're way too high. I also have a 3-year-old Apple Watch, an 8-year-old iPad that I got in law school that I still use every single day for work and watching YouTube, and, where are they? First gen AirPods that are 4 years old and still work great. Again, I would be using these more if I didn't prefer over-ear much better. So, I understand that Apple comes out with numerous and additional iterations every single year, but if you're someone that doesn't need the latest and greatest and you want to spend a little more up front, you could likely come out ahead in the long run by sticking with the same device over the years. So what do I mean? Let's take a look at my Bose Sound Sports and the first gen AirPods. These are roughly at 1.5 years old, and these are, like I said, 4 years old. I don't know why I have these actually, because they don't work anymore. They've just been sitting in my gym bag. And if we take the per year price, these were about $150 when I bought them, and these were 160. So, they failed in the second year, but let's just say 2 years for easy math. These cost me $75 per year. AirPods cost me, because of those $160 over the 4 years, $40 a year and are still going. The longer they last, the cheaper they become. Now, for more of a head-to-head comparison, we'll look at my Bose QC35s. Now, these still work, but they're flimsy. The Bluetooth connection is iffy during travel, so I have to wire them at times, which defeats the whole purpose of having Bluetooth headphones, and they're not dependable anymore. Plus, the headband and ear cups have degraded over a lot of use and need to be replaced again. I've replaced these once already. These are about 2.5 years old, so let's say they're in year 3. I bought them for $350. So the per year price ends up being about $116. At $550, I need the AirPods Max to last at least 5 years to overcome the price. And based on the feel, replaceability of the ear cups, and the ability to clean, that is entirely possible based on my history with Apple products. Now, the degradation of the ear cups and the headband on the QC35s leads me to my next point, and my favorite point, the ability to clean them. How often do you clean your headphones? I see you people at the gym wearing your Dre Beats, and firstly, Beats are just the worst when it comes to headphones regarding sound quality, functionality, and price. I get it, they look good and look good, feel good. But even in pre-COVID times, I was sanitizing my stuff. I always carry wipes. If you see what's in my gym bag, I carry Clean Freaks. I wipe everything down as much as possible. The QC35s have been all over the world with me. I wear them day in, day out, airports, the office, and I just wipe them down all the time. And I've already, like I said, replaced the ear cups once before, and it's a huge pain in the ass. The AirPods Max, the ability to remove the ear cups and clean them, because Apple has easy to follow instructions on their website how to deep clean these with laundry detergent, keeps them clean, fresh, and just going, which leads to the longevity. And I know cleanliness is something we're much more conscious of nowadays. So next, as far as cleanliness goes, metal versus plastic. Based on the make, plastic is just generally more porous and absorbs things from everywhere that you're going. And even if you sanitize and wipe, you're basically just getting a surface level. Versus metal, which is much more of a complete construction, when you do wipe the surface, it does a much better job, and you can be much more confident that you're getting everything. So to wrap it up, when I look at the AirPods Max, I didn't see so much as an upfront price as the potential for a cheaper per year option down the road. I hope that gave you a different perspective and maybe an interesting perspective on the AirPod Maxes if you're teetering one way or another of whether or not you want to shell out the extra money to buy these things, because that's what we do here on this channel. So if you liked it, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, because for 2021, doing a lot of reinvesting in the channel, shooting for 10,000 subs. So with your help and support, I'll get there. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you on the next one.